In a small village in Russia, there lived two brothers, one rich, the other poor. The rich brother went to live in the town and became a merchant. The poor brother became very poor and did not have anything to feed his children. One day, he went to meet his rich brother and asked for help. The rich man agreed to help, but on one condition. The poor brother had to work for him for a week. The poor brother agreed and began to work. After 15 days, the rich man gave him only 25 kopecks and a loaf of bread. "Thanks even for that," said the poor man, and he was about to leave when his brother said, "Tomorrow is my birthday, stay and feast with us." And the poor man stayed for his brother's banquet. But even on that occasion, he had no luck. Woe Bogotir. The rich brother was busy enjoying with his guests. He had no time for his poor brother, who was overlooked and sat in a corner. The guest went home singing. The poor brother, sad and hungry, went along in silence. He said to himself, "Let me also sing a cheerful song. People will think that I also had a good time." So he started singing. Suddenly, he heard someone singing behind his back. "Who is there? Come out!" shrieked the poor man. There came out a monster in yellow, almost like a skeleton covered with rags. "I am Bitter Wu. I am one of the Russian heroes, Woe Bogotir. I pity you and want to help you. Let us ride, good man," laughed the monster. He jumped onto the poor man's shoulder. The poor man could hardly walk, but Woe sang and whistled. They walked and spent all the money in drinking. When they reached home, his wife was sad and his children hungry. The treasure. The next day, Woe began to sigh. "My head is aching. Let us drink more." The poor man could not refuse. They went to Kabak, drank, and idled away the whole day. On the following day, Woe groaned more. The poor man thought to deceive Woe and said, "I have heard that behind the village, in the forest, a treasure is buried. It is buried under a heavy stone, which is not possible for one man to move. If you can remove the stone, we will have a good time together." They went behind the village and saw the big stone. Together they removed it. Under the stone there was a dark coffer. Woe jumped in. There were 20 jars filled with gold, all standing one beside the other. Woe handed one jar to the poor man. The poor man took the jar and slipped the stone into its place. Woe was shut in the coffer. Within a year, the poor man earned a lot of money and built a new home. Woe comes out of the pit. The poor brother called his rich brother for a feast. When he arrived, he could not believe his eyes. The poor man told him everything about Woe. He said to himself, "This brother of mine is a fool. Out of so many jars, he took only one. I will go there myself, take the treasure and send Woe back to my brother." The rich brother went behind the village. He used all his strength to move the stone. He managed to move it a little. At once, Woe jumped out and sat on his shoulders. Woe said, "Do you want me to perish in that pit? Now you will not get rid of me. Now we will always be together." "Stupid Woe," said the rich man. "It was not I who shut you under the stone. It was my brother. Go to him." But Woe did not listen. So the rich man carried Woe home with him. He lost all his wealth and the poor brother became prosperous.